Hello and welcome. We are back with a series I've kind of dropped off for a little bit from, but we're picking back up a little bit here, trying to get it back into our little rotation. And this was meant to be Monday's videos because I am so fucking far behind on every video. But anyway, this is a video for trusts and monopolies. Today we are looking at Warner Brothers. We've done Disney, who's one of the big entertainment monopolies. Let's look at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, this is per Britannica, American entertainment conglomerate, founded in 1923 and is especially known for its film studio. In 1990, it became a subsidiary of Time Warner Incorporated, whose headquarters are in Burbank, California. The company was founded by four brothers: Harry Warner, who was born December the 12th, 1881 in Poland and died July the 25th, 1958 in Hollywood, California. Albert Warner, born July the 23rd, 1884 in Poland and died November 26, 1967 in Miami Beach, Florida. Samuel Warner, born 1887, they don't say, but I'm going to guess it was probably Poland as well. And they just say he died 1927. They don't have a date or location listed here. And then Jack Warner, born August 2nd, 1892, the youngin' of the group of brothers there, in London, Ontario, Canada. So they were out of Poland by that point, and he died September 9th, 1978 in Los Angeles, California. They were sons of Benjamin Eichelbaum, an immigrant Polish cobbler and peddler, and they would begin careers showing pictures in Ohio and Pennsylvania on a traveling basis, and in 1903 began acquiring movie theaters and then moved into film distribution, which is kind of what Warner Brothers is known for. 1913, they began producing their own films, and in 1917, they shifted their production headquarters to Hollywood, California, and established Warner Brothers Pictures Incorporated in 1923. The eldest of the brothers, Harry, was the president of the company and ran its headquarters in New York City, while Albert was the treasurer and head of sales and distribution, and Sam and Jack managed the studio in Hollywood. But yeah. Albert, let's see, not Albert, Samuel had lived the shortest. He died in 27, and the company Warner Brothers Pictures was only established in 23. So yeah. Anyway, that's a little bit of history on who the company is. Now, what we want to get into is talking about all the properties they own. Yeah, that works well. Franchises. Because I've got one from Wikipedia here. Yeah, that's the same one I've got, so we can close it. Do they have anything else I can look at? Okay. And of course, one of the big things, Disney owns Marvel, Marvel Comics, Marvel Movies. Warner Brothers owns DC, the other big comic group company. So, yeah. Event hubs. Rumors began circulating Warner Brothers is actively working on a crossover platform fighting game of their own. And they own their own film and TV studios, but also have the rights to New Line Cinema, Turner Entertainment, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, DC Comics. Yeah. Like I said, they own a lot people don't realize. Rooster Teeth is owned by Warner Brothers. If you don't know, Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue, and they show the RWBY series here in a picture that they own. Yeah, RWBY. But anyway, video games, Mortal Kombat, and Injustice, which of course is DC. The Lego movies, as long as it's not Lego Star Wars or Lego Marvel Heroes. That means also Bionicle. The game Rampage. Scribblenauts. Films, they have ventures and acquisitions through New Line Cinema, WB Warner Brothers, with decades of characters, aside from characters out of movies like Gandalf and the Harry Potter franchise, Neo from The Matrix, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, Mad Max, Beetlejuice. And on New Line, you got Austin Powers and The Mask. Looney Tunes, which gives you Bugs Bunny. They've got Friday the 13th. Yeah. Like I said, Looney Tunes, as far as cartoons, so they've got all the Looney Tunes characters, Bugs Bunny, Foghorn Leghorn, Daffy Duck. They got Cartoon Network, so all the Cartoon Network franchises, Samurai Jack, Ben 10, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Grim Adventures, Billy Mandy, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Regular Show, Codename Kids Next Door, Ed, Edd and Eddy. This also gives them Adult Swim because it started with Cartoon Network. So yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Metalocalypse, Venture Brothers, Robot Chicken, Mike Tyson from the Mike Tyson Mysteries, Hanna-Barbera. So not only Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Wacky Racers, Harvey Birdman, and the aforementioned Hong Kong Phooey, like I've already mentioned, Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. And there would also be the animated mascots, the Animaniacs, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. And then Warner Brothers do technically have TV rights to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the U.S., though the series itself is owned worldwide by Bandai Namco, since that's the parent company of the series. But yeah, that gives us a good look at all the different things they own. Let's look at the franchises here from Wikipedia. They own the DC Comics franchises, Hanna-Barbera franchises, New Line Cinema franchises, Turner Entertainment, Warner Brother Games, Warner Brother Pictures, Warner Brothers Television Studios, Warner Entertainment Japan. I'm assuming the C is cartoon, or I'm not sure, but I would assume the P is picture. So yeah, Adventures of Superman, Aquaman, Aquaman and Other Media. Again, I'm not sure how it's categorized here, C and the P's. I'm not sure how that breaks down, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah. DC, Superman, Aquaman, the Arrowverse that was on the CW. So, all the characters from Flash and Green Arrow and Heroes of Tomorrow or whatever, and all the other shows that were a part of that. Batman and all the different Batman variations here. Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, Batman the Brave and the Bold, Black Canary, Captain Marvel. This is not to be confused with the Captain Marvel of Marvel Comics. This Captain Marvel is the one a lot of people know as Shazam nowadays. Yeah. Because originally, he was around before Marvel Comics Captain Marvel. as part of Fawcett Comics. And he was one of the biggest selling franchises, Captain Marvel. I've got a... trying to find out where it is. Wait, it's over here, I think. Yeah, anyway. Figure in a box, Shazam. But that's who it is. It's Captain Marvel is the original name. And of course, Disney being Marvel, being the assholes they are, copywrote the name, I think, in the maybe it was the 80s. But for a long time, the name Captain Marvel was open because Captain Marvel, again, this one was around before Marvel Comics Captain Marvel. We're talking 1940s. But yeah. But Fawcett went out of business and its assets bought up by DC. And eventually they started putting Captain Marvel stuff out. I know we're here trying to do Monopolies and Trust, but I like the original Captain Marvel, not the Marvel Comics crap. I consider him Captain Marvel. Anyway. Yeah. DC Comics would start re-releasing him under their title of DC Comics. And like I said, the name would be available even though Marvel Comics by that point had franchised or copywritten the name. Now they're being asses, and so he's having to be called Shazam, which was what the Wizard was originally called, not Captain Marvel. Fuck Marvel Comics. I will never forgive them for that fucking bullshit. Anyway, that's enough on that side rant. But yeah, anyway, yeah, DC animated movies, and comics, and DC Universe, Doom Patrol, yeah. Again, like I said, all kinds of stuff here. Just showing all the different ones they've got that are part of DC Comics. Hanna-Barbera, Banana Splits, the Captain Planet series, Flintstones, Huckleberry Hound, Jetsons, Johnny Quest, Powerpuff Girls, Scooby-Doo, The Smurfs, Space Ghost, Top Cat, Yogi Bear, Wacky Races, yeah. New Line Cinema, that gives them Austin Powers, Barbershop movies, Blade movies, the Conjuring universe of films, the Dumb and Dumber franchise, the Elf movie franchise, Evil Dead franchise, Final Destination, the Friday movie franchise, Friday the 13th movie franchise, the Hobbit film series, House Party film series, Little Nicky franchise, The Mask, Middle Earth, Mortal Kombat, National Lampoon's Vacation films, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Rocky, Shazam film series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Critters, Lord of the Rings, Rush Hour, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in film. Um, ba, 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 ba. Turner Entertainment, Droopy Dog, the Fame franchise, Parker Family Saga, Tom and Jerry, Westworld, The Wizard of Oz, Christmas Story. Yeah. I'm sure you can see now all the different things, how they're kind of coming together. Adventure Time video games. These are all the Warner Brothers video game franchises. Batman Arkham series, Batman animated series, Ben 10, Dukes of Hazzard, Dirty Harry, Ed, Ed and Eddie, the Fear video game series, Harry Potter games, Injustice franchise, Lord of the Rings, Looney Tunes, Lego Movie, The Matrix, Mortal Kombat. I mean, goodness. Spy Hunter, Spy versus Spy. Joust. See what else they've got here. Pictures, franchises. Ace Ventura, the Arthur movies, Batman films, Beetlejuice, Black Christmas, Blade Runner, Torchy Blane films, Casablanca, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, A Cinderella Story, Clash of the Titans series, The Click, A Clockwork Orange, Dark Knight Trilogy, Deep Blue Sea, Dennis the Menace, Dirty Harry, Dracula, films based on Nancy Drew. The Dracula's the Hammer film series. Duck Dodgers, Dune, the Evil Dead franchise, The Exorcist, Fame, Fantastic Beast films, Final Destination, Frankenstein, Free Willy, Friday the 13th, Godzilla, The Goonies, Gremlins, The Hangover, Hobbit, Sherlock Holmes, It, the novel, the 2019 film Joker, King Kong franchise, Laura Star, Lego Movie, Lego Ninjago, Lethal Weapon franchise, Looney Tunes, Lord of the Rings, Lost Boys, Mad Max, Matrix, The Meg, Merry Melodies, Monsterverse movies, Mortal Kombat films, National Lampoon's Vacation films, The Never-Ending Story, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Oceans, Osmosis Jones, Pee Wee Herman movies, Polar Express, Police Academy movies, oh Lord, the Powerpuff Girls franchise, Richie Rich, wow, that's an old school cartoon, the Richie Rich films, Rocky, Scooby-Doo live action films, Sesame Street, Shining franchise, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Space Jam, Space Odyssey, Speed Racer, Superman, Superman films, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films, the Twilight Zone, Watchmen, the Witches of Eastwick, Wizard of Oz, Wizarding World, 13 Ghosts. That's a good. Oh, that's the 1960 movie. Is the one they remade based on that one? Sorry, here I'm making a side. Okay, 2001 remake, which Matthew Lillard and oh Lord, I can't remember the name of the actor. He was in Men in Black. He was in Monk. Tony Shalhoub. I was like, I know him. I can't remember his name though. Yeah. Tony Shalhoub, Matthew Lillard, Shannon Elizabeth was also in it. Yeah, remake. So that is the remake. It's for this one. Okay. Sorry, I was off track there. I like that one. That movie's pretty good. I remember watching. I've seen it a couple times. But anyway, All the President's Men. Let's see, Clash of the Titan films, Deep Blue Sea, Exorcist, the Film Noir Classic Collection, and it's got all these different movies. Asphalt Jungle, Gun Crazy, Murder My Sweet, Out of the Past, The Setup, Born to Kill, Clash by Night, Crossfire, Dillinger, The Narrow Margin, Border Incident, His Kind of Woman, Lady in the Lake, Dangerous Ground, The Racket, Act of Violence, The Big Still, Crime Wave, Decoy, Illegal, Mystery Street, Side Street, Tension, They Live by Night, Where Danger Lives. Yeah, a lot of your black and white crime movies, they have a bunch of them. Free Willy, Fugitive, let's see. The Oceans movie, Oceans 11, Oceans 12, Polar Express. Okay. Anyway. Studios, they've got a lot of movies and stuff here. And TV series, Alf, Animaniacs, and of course the Jack Black movie, Mucha Lucha, Babylon 5, Big Bang Theory, Captain Planet, Chips, Chuck, Dallas, dun 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 da da dun da da da, Dukes of Hazzard, ER, Dune, Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends, Fringe, Full House, Get Smart, Gilligan's Island, Gossip Girl, Sherlock Holmes, Kung Fu, 72 David Carradine series, Man from U.N.C.L.E., The Mentalist, The Middle, Nikita, The O.C., Pretty Little Liars, Pushing Daisies, Supernatural, Thundercats, Tiny Toon Adventures, 2.5 Men, Vampire Diaries, Veronica Mars, Shaolin Showdown, The Bachelorette series, Um, Lazy Town. Cartoons, Silverhawks. Yeah. See what they got under Japan franchises. Certain Magical Index. Um, and then JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So I guess they have the right to show those in America. They also have rights to Mob Psycho 100, Terraformars, Wixus. Terminator movies. Let's see if we can look up some more here. Oh, continue to the side, please. Warner Brothers Pictures, DC Films, Warner Brothers Pictures Animation, Pictures Domestic Distribution, Distribution International, New Line Cinema, Castle Rock Entertainment, Flagship Entertainment, Spyglass Media Group. It has a minority stake in. And then the Warner Brothers Studio facilities, Museum, Studios Burbank, Studios Leavesden, and International Dubbing and Subtitling. It has its theater ventures, Water Tower Music, Fandango Media, which it owns 30% of with NBC Universal. Giving it Fandango Movie Clips, Movies.com, MovieTickets.com, Rotten Tomatoes, Fandango, Latin Voodoo, has Turner Entertainment, Walper Organization, Television Group. It has WBTVS Scripted Production, Warner Brothers Television, Alloy Entertainment, Blue Ribbon Content, unscripted production. It has Telepictures Music, DC All Access, Fab, True Crime Daily, a very good production, Warner Horizon Unscripted Television, Warner Brothers International Television Production, WBITVP Australia and Belgium, and iWorks Belgium Scripted, Blazhofsky Belgium, WBITVP Netherlands, Blazhofsky Netherlands, Kop Holland Film, WBITVP New Zealand, Nordics, France, Spain, Portugal, Warner Brothers Television Studios UK, which has under it Renegade Pictures, Ricochet 2020, Wall to Wall, has All Three Media, 50% ownership with Liberty Global. All Three Media America gives it Best Production Company, which it has in a joint venture with Kevin Bartel. Relevi Entertainment, Woodman Park Productions, Savage Film, which it has a minority stake in with Flanders-based film production company. All Three Media Deutschland, which gives it Tower Productions, Bon Voyage Films, Filmpool Entertainment, Filmpool Fiction, South and Browse, The Fiction Syndicate, has All Three Media International, Angelica Films in a joint venture with Sally Angel, Aurora Media Worldwide, Bentley Productions Limited, Bright Spot Content, Bullion Productions, Caravan, Company Pictures, Great Scott Media, IDTV, Lime Pictures, which also gives it Wise Owl Films, has Lion Television, which gives it Lion Television Scotland, America, and International, Little Dot Studios, which gives it some YouTube channels, Wing, Content, which is a content agency, and History Hit, a streaming service created by Dan Snow, Maverick Television, Neil Street Productions, New Pictures, which also gives it Witchery Pictures in a joint venture with Siobhan Finnegan and Judith King, North One Television, Objective Media Group, which also gives it Betty, Main Event Media, Objective Fiction, which gives it Tanadus Pictures in a joint venture with Neil Forsyth, and also gives it also under Objective Media Group, OMG America, Purple Productions, Triple Brew Media, live and recorded quiz and game show programming is what it is, OMG Scotland, and Story Films. Has Optimin, which gives it Optimin Entertainment. Has Raw, 7 Stories, Silverback Films, South Pacific Pictures Studio, Lambert, Two Brothers Pictures, Unstoppable Film and TV, which is actually run by Noel Clark and Jason Mazza, and West Road Pictures. The CW in a 50% deal with Paramount Global, which has CW Plus and CW Seed. And remember, CW is what all the Arrowverse shows and everything was on. Warner Brothers Global Enterprises, content sales and distribution, worldwide television distribution, domestic and international, home media distribution, Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, HBO label, Cartoon Network label, Discovery label, studio distribution services in a joint venture with Universal Pictures in the U.S., has advertising sites, has products and services, consumer products, themed entertainment, under which it has Cartoon Network, Amazon, Warner Brothers Movie World, Park Warner Madrid, which it has 5% of, Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi, Warner Brothers Studio Tours, Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood and London, digital products, Sports and Entertainment Digital Network, WBDGE, Digital and Online, and Podcast Network, Private Networks, iStream Planet, Vox Media, which has a minority stake, Home Box Office, HBO, which gives it HBO 2, Signature, Family, Kids, Comedy, Zone, Latino, On Demand, Go, Cinemax, giving it More Max, Action Max, Thriller Max, Movie Max, Cinemax Spanish, 5-Star Max, Cinemax On Demand, Cinemax Go, HBO Films, HBO Documentary Films, Magnolia Network, CNN Global, CNN Business, In Espanol, News 18, joint venture with Network 18, CNN Turk, a 50% joint venture with Demiran Group and CNN Chile. Headline News, CNN International, CNN Plus, CNN Film, CNN Go, Warner Brothers Discovery Networks. Factual Network Group, given it, which it has under that umbrella, Discovery Studios, which gives it Discovery Digital, Discovery Channel, which gives it Discovery in Espanol, American Heroes Channel, Animal Planet, Investigation Discovery, Science Channel, Lifestyle and Entertainment Group, Destination America, Discovery Life, Food Network, which it owns 69% of with Nexstar Media Group, the Cooking Channel, HGTV, and Hogar de HGTV. The Oprah Winfrey Network, which it owns 95% of with Harpo Productions, TBS, TCM, TLC, TNT, Travel Channel, True TV, Kids, Young Adults, and Classics Groups, Cartoon Networks, Adult Swim, Toonami, Cartoonito, Boomerang, Boomerang Plus, Discovery Family, Discovery Familia, Cartoon Network Studios, Warner Brothers Animation, Williams Street and Williams Street Records, Discovery Sports, Turner Sports, AT&T Sports Networks, Sportsnet Pittsburgh, Sportsnet Rocky Mountain, Sportsnet Southwest, Root Sports Northwest, which it owns 40% of with Baseball Club of Seattle, Turner Sports Digital, which gives it the Bleacher Report, which gives it House of Highlights and Bleacher Report Live, Major League Baseball Network, which it owns 16.67% with Major League Baseball, Comcast, Charter, and Cox Communications. NBA TV operations, Golf Digest Magazine, Golf World Magazine, Golf TV in conjunction with Discovery Golf, Eurosport, Eurosport 1, Eurosport 2, Eurosport 2 Extra, Eurosport India, Motor Trend Group, TV networks, 50% of with Source Interlink, Motor Trend, which gives it Motor Trend on Demand, automobile magazines, it has Hot Rod, Four Wheeler, Motor Trend, Discovery Global Streaming and Interactive Entertainment. I mean, has this become clear? Showing how big it is. We've seen Disney, and we're seeing Warner Brothers. Streaming, it's got CNN Plus, Boomerang Plus, HBO Max, Discovery Plus, Golf TV, 150, Stage 13, Uninterrupted, Ellen Digital Ventures, Warner Brother Games. They have Avalanche Software, Monolith Productions, NetherRealm Studios, Plex Chat, Portkey Games, Rocksteady Studios, TT Games, Warner Brothers Games, Boston, Montreal, New York, San Diego, and San Francisco. They have Rooster Teeth, Full Screen Incorporated, Gunpowder and Sky, Discovery International. Like I said, they're a giant as well. I would guess probably the two biggest giants of entertainment, Disney and Warner Brothers, own 48% of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah. Just, they had TMZ, but so did the Fox, which, yeah. I mean, you've got to break these two companies up, Disney and Warner Brothers. They're gigantic. Both. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I wanted you to see how big Warner Brothers really were. Like I said, Disney's the other big one when it comes to entertainment. It's just insane how much of entertainment the two actually hold. Michael DeLuca, Pamela Abdi are co-chairpersons and CEOs of Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, and then Channing Dungey, chairwoman and CEO of Warner Brothers Television Group. But yeah, motion pictures, publishing, music recordings, television, video games, DC Comics. Yeah. I hope I've made kind of clear just how big one of the big five major American film studios you have a list of the big five? Yeah. Disney, Warner Brothers. And then you've got Sony, Paramount, Universal. Think of how much these five actually own when it comes to entertainment. I mean, honestly, this is just talking about film studios, but entertainment in general, Disney and Warner Brothers, gigantic. Anyway, I think I've talked your ear off enough here. We'll go ahead and end the video here. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, until then, later.